Well, I'm gonna try to make my testimony as summarized as possible, trying not to go too deep. If anybody's interested in any of the other subjects, which I talk about, I can break down a little further. It's no big deal because I like talking about my life. I like talking about things that happened to me and how I am now and what changed that. Anyways, I can never really say what caused my drug problem or if there was even a mainline issue, as you could say, because I think most of it was I was kind of shy and I wanted to fit in at the parties and stuff like that. So I would smoke weed, I started drinking, it made me a little more outspoken. But from there, it went bad. My parents divorced when I was 17. I did good in school, I always had good grades. My senior year, I gave up wrestling. I hardly didn't go to school anymore. I pretty much didn't go to school my whole senior year, which should have been my best year. I graduated, but that's just because my grades were so high already. Well, my parents divorced when I was 17, and I really started getting fucked up then. And my dad tried to commit suicide at the time, and that messed with my head a little bit. But from there, I felt like I was worried about him, wondering, make sure he was gonna be all right, worrying about that, so it wasn't gonna happen again. So I kind of kept an eye on him, felt kind of obligated to be around him all the time. So with doing that, we had the same kind of mentality. We started doing the same things. We started getting high together. We started doing crimes together. You know, I was real bad on pills. Started off with oxycodone. I started doing real bad and started getting where it was a problem where I was dependent on them. And I went through a couple detox centers, but I never wanted to quit, so it never helped. And then I went to prison, for armed burglary. And like I said, I'm summarizing this up. I went to prison, and it was rough. When I first went to prison, I ended up losing custody of my two kids. And, I found God in prison, and that was a good thing. That was a real good thing, because without him now, I don't know where I would be. But during my prison sentence, I went through this place called Bridges of America. It's like a rehab for prisoners. And that gave me all the tools that I've ever needed. I learned a lot. I got some great friends that I met out of there. I'm sorry I don't keep in touch with them now. I should, because they were great sponsors even after the time of that Bridges. But I thought I had it all figured out. I was good. I was at work release. I was about to get out of prison, and I was like, you know what? I'm never going to get high again. There's no way. And you know what? I started going around them same people, going around my dad. I love my dad to death, but we were toxic for each other. I started doing meth and back on opiates, either gelatos, or then I started trying heroin. But meth has its own little world. You get caught up in the lifestyle, and you don't even know how bad you look or how close you are to death until you go to jail and sober up and then really see it. But I didn't stop. I lost my kids. I was pretty messed up. I didn't want to sober up, and then things just started getting worse and worse. Started getting pretty bad on heroin. I overdosed 6 times at least. Last time on my birthday, almost didn't get revived back. I thought I was done. I really didn't care though at the time. Really didn't care. And then I started getting sick. My dad went to jail, committed suicide. And that hurt real bad. That hurt me real bad. But it also taught me that, hey, it's reality. That's what's gonna happen. Sorry it was someone close to me, but it was gonna happen. It's either him or me. And then I was getting sicker and sicker. I ended up going to the hospital. They said I had endocarditis from shooting up. You know, I figured. I mean, I'm surprised that it was that long before I started causing problems. While I was in the hospital for a couple of months. I ended up having to have open heart surgery. Here I am. I'm 32 years old. I got a big old scar on my chest because I had to have open heart surgery. But it was in that hospital where I was like, you know what? They scared me enough where they said if I ever got high again, that was going to be it. I would die. So then I started looking, well, how much do you love your life? And you know, I love my life because I love my family. I love my life because God loves me. Because I was meant for something greater. If I wasn't, there's no way I would have survived when I was born. I was born 2 pounds 8 ounces. In 1987, it didn't exist for you to live then at being that little. So God was telling me something then. All through the years, God's called me. God has told me this, told me that. There's funny little, situations and stories. They say God has a sense of humor. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. Because he will get to you one way or another. But anyways, ever since then, I've had an open heart surgery. I'm sober now. And through this pandemic, now I'm trying to draw closer to God. I'm praying harder than I've been, and I'm trying to look at ways that I can give back, the way I can help the people that's been like me that don't think they can ever get help. They think that they won't ever get sober. I'm here to tell you that if I can get sober, and I know y'all hear that from a lot of people, then anybody can get sober. Because I was the junkie. I was the one. I did the meth. I did the opiates, the heroin, the crack, the weed, the alcohol, whatever was around. I did it. And I did it until wheels fell off. It's just how it was. But I got tired of going to jail. I got tired of getting high. And my life has greater meaning, and I plan to figure out what that is. So I just hope that what I say inspires some people to, take a second look at their life and a look at the people around them, because maybe you don't care about your life that much, but someone does. Someone around you close to you does. Don't ever think that nobody does, because that's the mind of an addict. And you ask yourself, what am I living for? Who am I doing this for? Even if you do it for yourself, you got to love you. I'm telling you what, start loving God, he'll start loving you, and you'll start loving yourself. You can bet that. I just hope I reach out to some people and y'all are liking the things I say. And if y'all really like it that much, subscribe down below, hit the like button, let me know that y'all been watching it and that I'll continue with these little talks here. And then I'll start really digging down deeper. And maybe we can get to the core of these problems right here and maybe change some lives, or because not only is this helping me, but it's helping y'all. Or other way around. Not only is it helping y'all, but it's helping me. I just prayed on this and prayed on this, and this is out of my comfort zone. This ain't something that I usually do. So it's a big step for me. So if y'all feel me and y'all think I should keep on doing this, let me know. If not, maybe God's calling me in a different direction. I don't know. But, y'all ever need somebody to pray with y'all call my email or leave a comment down below. I'll pray for you. I'll call you and pray with you. I mean, you going through something kind of tough, you need someone to talk to, hey, I'll tell you, I'm right here to tell you that I've been there, and I can relate with you, and we can talk. And that's for real. Well, I love y'all. God bless. I hope I can keep these videos up and keep y'all interested.